Let's get ready for Monday Mortgage Minute with your hosts, Tom McNamara and Bruce Woodburn.
Well, there you go. Happy Monday.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
I got some interesting news for you.
Yeah. Hit me.
So we've seen mortgage rates start to drop. I want to show the bond chart here in just a second and show you what's been going on. But Fannie Mae comes out and says the average 30-year fixed rate is 6.58%. They say if it drops to 6.3%, that'll open up 3 million families to refinance and save money on their home. If it drops to 6.125, 4 million families will be able to benefit from a lower interest rate. That's pretty substantial.
Wow.
Refinances hit a record high in Q2 of 2025, which was the highest level of refinances since 2022. That's pretty substantial. So it's showing that the economy is getting better. People are feeling better about getting out there. I still think there's not enough buyers jumping in the market. I don't think that they're taking advantage of everything that there is. What are days on the market here in Central Florida? 100 days on the market right now?
Depending on the area, somewhere between 70 and 130. Yeah.
Yeah. So that puts sellers to where they got to get right on their price if they truly do want to be a seller. And that means that buyers, that's a buying opportunity. Warren Buffett says, be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. I'm telling you, it's time to get in there and get some greed in there. If you're a buyer, you can negotiate a deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I got one closed tomorrow, Bruce. We got them 3% closing cost credit towards their closing costs. We got them a new roof. We got them a new water heater. We got them a new septic system. We got a bunch of other small repairs done, and that's part of your program, right? So he's getting some of my commission.
Thank you for taking care of my customers with that.
Absolutely.
Why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about what you do with that and tell them why would you even do that?
Yeah, it's a great program. When somebody reaches out to Bruce off his radio show or off of this and has a desire to buy a house, I go ahead and help them out. And I give them 25% of the commission that I earn from the seller as a thank you, right, for doing business with me. And it's kind of a pay it forward kind of a thing. Now, I still work hard for that customer, right?
You know, it's hard. You will do.
I don't even think about working differently.
But it's a pre-approved, it's a fully approved client. They're ready to go.
Fully approved.
So you're not gonna be messing around with somebody that doesn't really qualify.
Correct.
And how much do you pay me for that lead and that referral?
Absolutely nothing.
Zero. But you know what you do? You're paying it forward to the client. And I'm telling you, we have helped dozens of people, just you and I, dozens of people with helping them, and it made a difference. And not only are they getting a little bit of money from you, but you're negotiating closing costs, repairs, and everything else. You can't lose. You can't lose. So buyers, listen to me. There's no such thing as a rich renter. I apologize. Maybe Elon Musk and Grant Cardone. They're the only two in the whole world that are renters that are rich. Okay. Yep. And they own a lot of property. They just don't own their primary. But listen, the average homeowner has equity or savings of $213,000. Yep. You know how much the average renter has?
$10,000.
About 10 grand. That's about it. So I don't know about you, but I'll take 213 over 10 all day long.
100%. 100%.
You have to be in the game. So now we've got Hometown Heroes. You get up to $35,000. We got Tom. We'll give you part of his commission back. Tom will negotiate closing costs. Tom will help you find the right house. Tom's negotiating repairs. Tom, you're my hero, man. You are really just killing it out there, and you're helping my clients, and they love you for it.
It's great. And on top of that, you're getting them a great rate and you're giving them great service. Not one of the loans that you and I have attempted together has not worked. We've closed all of them.
We better.
But you know that I can't say that for every lender I've ever worked with.
Well, no, because that's true. But you have to remember, I don't give out a client lead if it's a hope and a whim. There's no way. I'm not going to do that. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to my team. It's not fair to the seller. It's not fair to anybody. But I'll tell you one thing, we get these clients and we get them into a home. But listen, you can help with listings too. Works the same way. If I got a call from my radio show for a listing, works the same way. Just give them a discount off the listing services. Yeah. Bang, ready to go. So I was saying Q2 highest refis. So here's my message. If you are looking to buy a home, do it now. Sellers are willing to make a deal. They're not going to make a deal when rates drop and everybody's jumping in the market. It's going to switch from a buyer's market back to a seller's market. And that'll happen like that. It's not a long delay. Now,
no, you were just telling me a little bit ago that didn't you just get somebody a 5%, 5.5% rate?
I brought some veterans in at 5.625% rate.
5.625. I haven't heard that in about a year.
And longer than that. It's been before 20. It's been 2021 since they've been down that low. So we've really seen quite an improvement. And if we take a quick look at the bond charts right now, let's just take a look at the bond market here. You can see in this chart, this is just the last week. Look at that improvement right there. This is a stair step. This
remind everybody, higher is better, right?
Higher is better. We want bonds to be up. If you look, let's go back in time. So there's your COVID days right there.
When they were 1%, 2% rate.
Yeah, well, an average of about 3.25. That's about right back then. So, I mean, we're not going to get there, folks. That's not going to happen.
No.
But if we can break this ceiling of resistance right here, there's our mark. We just broke through this one. That was a benchmark. This was a benchmark. These are called ceiling of resistance. Now, once we pierce that, we're only 50 basis points away from that. So 50 basis points is a half a point cost to you out of your closing cost. So that saves you $500 per $100,000. Okay.
Nice.
So that's a nice savings. Now we pierce that. The next one after that is way up here, man. That is going to get us back into the low sixes, maybe even the high fives. Nice. So the problem with sharing this with the public is they may think, well, then I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Why shouldn't they wait?
Well, because as soon as rates drop, there's more buyers in the market. Everybody floods the market and sellers get more higher prices. They don't give as much concessions and they don't do as much repairs.
You think about when rates were back during COVID and after COVID, when rates were the best. Not only would they not make repairs, you had to bid in over ask price just to get it.
Bruce, I had an $800,000 sale I was helping the buyer. They went 100,000 over list cash and didn't win. That's how bad it was back in the day.
I had a client pay 150,000, and look, those are stories for rich people. You and I deal with everyday people mostly.
Correct.
Okay. They don't have that kind of money. They don't have that kind of money.
Why they don't want to get into the bidding wars.
That's right. The average person, even if you didn't have to bid over ask price, you are going to miss out completely because the seller's not going to discount the house. The seller's not going to pay any of your closing costs. The seller's not going to make repairs.
Yep.
And they might ask you even to waive appraisal or home inspections. That's how people were buying homes back then when rates were low. So you want low rates, but you don't want the market that we were in if you're a buyer.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely. But I know we sound like a broken record, right? It's always time to buy. It may not always be the right time to buy for everybody, but it's always the right time to buy for somebody. And if you're ready to buy, if you want to buy a house, if you've got the means, you've got the credit, you've got the money, you should go do it because you can always refinance that rate down the road.
Absolutely. And investors are buying like crazy right now. Like I'm seeing my DSCR and bank statement programs are through the roof right now. And you and I are both investors, right? We both are constantly looking for property. We never stopped looking to buy property ever. No, I don't care. Even when rates were hitting 8.25, I was still looking for property. I'm not afraid of the rate. I'm looking for the rate of return. And right now, if I buy an investment property and I even put 20% down, I may not have positive cash flow. So why do you think I'd still want to buy?
You're buying for the future appreciation and the spread in cash flow because rents are going to keep rising.
Rents are going to rise, but even if that's slow, I do believe that in 6 to 9 months, you're going to see a complete shift in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be great for sellers, but it's not
I
going to be
agree.
as good for buyers. Buyers are going to love the lower rate, but then they're not going to be able to get the house. So get in now. We'll refinance it later. You don't pay any loan. You don't pay any lender fees with me. I'll even waive the appraisal on the refinance if you're one of my clients. Get to be one of my clients. You're going to benefit from it. We'll get you in touch with Tom. He'll go find a perfect house for you. You know how to reach us. Tom, thanks for this. Have a great week. Thanks you for all you do for my clients. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for you. I really am.
Same here, my friend.
Thank you. Have a good day. Enjoy your evening.
Good week.